2, 1, go.
Oh yeah, happy Monday. I'm Coach Skip at WildFire CrossFit, and I hope you had a great 4th and an awesome weekend and are getting ready for an even better week. As you can see, we're just finishing up our Sunday mobility class here. If you have not gotten a chance to take a mobility class, definitely get in on it. It's a big part of what we do. It's going to help keep you safe and make sure your muscles and joints are working the right way. So as you get in here and hit it hard, you are ready to go. So if you'd like to, we also do the virtual class for the mobility, so you can do it from home and stretch along with people using a foam roller, a lacrosse ball. And if you don't have anything, we've always got options for only body weight stretches. So join us and have fun with it. It's every Sunday at 10:45. We're looking forward to adding more mobility classes through the week as we have more interest in adding those. So here's what we got today. We're going to get into it. We got a warm up. We're going to be doing 3 rounds where we go 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest in between exercises. We're going to start with the speed skater. Now on that speed skater, you're going back and forth as fast as possible and really getting those hips open, getting that heart rate up a little bit. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, throw that leg out to the side without hitting the ground in between, and that's really going to help open up the hip and really add to the intensity. So especially as you get into that second round and third round, that's going to be a really good way to get that heart rate up and to get that body warm for the rest of the workout. Then we're going to go into plank balance. The first 2 rounds, I want you to do off your forearms. The last round, I want you to go off your hands. Keep that torso straight, and you're just going back and forth here for 30 seconds. Nice, easy pace, just opening up those shoulders, opening up that core. Once you go to the hand version in that third round, you're going to be on your hands, and you're doing that same motion. You're just not activating the core as much. You're more stretching out those shoulders as you do that plank balance. Next one is going to be opposite pointer. So on that opposite pointer, you're on all fours, and you're going opposite leg and arm, and just switching every time and making that flat tabletop position when you're in that pointer. And really keep that back flat and really get that stretch, squeeze the glute, your shoulder and glute and upper back every time. And then we'll finish up with jumping jacks. Nice and easy, moving back and forth. Again, get that heart rate up a little bit. So 3 rounds of this, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest for each exercise. If you are doing this on your own, download a Tabata timer. If you do a Tabata timer, that's all it's called. It's through any app store you've got. That's going to be a really good way to put the rounds in with the rest periods where you can do that 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off for the 3 rounds. So after the warm-up, we're going to get into a core strength EMOM. And so we're going to be going every minute for 12 minutes. We're going to be alternating through these 3 exercises. So you're going to do each exercise 4 times over the course of that 12 minutes. And you're going to be doing each exercise also for 30 seconds at a time, and then resting for 30 seconds. And so that's where that minute comes in. 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest every single time. The first one is an L-sit. Now again, if you're here in the gym, you can use the rings, you can use parallettes, you can use whatever you need for that L-sit. If you're at home, a couple of folding chairs will work, and I'm also going to show you some other options. What we're looking for in the L-sit is going to be that position where you're holding on and you're keeping that L position of the body, and you're holding that for a full 30 seconds. Now this is a challenging movement. This is a very tough gymnastics movement that's really going to work the core and the hip flexor. This is also a really good one to work on toes to bar and pull-ups and all the gymnastics movements that we do, like bar muscle-ups and ring muscle-ups, because we're incorporating that hip flexor muscle that's really going to help get you the range of motion that we're looking for. So the other option here, if you're having trouble getting that full L-sit position here is to do a tuck hold and just get in that position where you're bringing your knees into your chest and holding in that tuck position. Now 30 seconds, especially over the course of those 4 rounds, is going to get tough too. So if you need to, hold it as long as possible, put those feet down for a second, and then come right back up and hold for as long as possible. The other option, if you find you're only able to hold for 3 to 5 seconds at a time, then there's a third option here for you, and that's going to be going from the ground and keeping those hands in front of you, toes pointed as much as possible, and just bring those feet up. And again, that's going to engage the core and the hip flexors the way we want it to. So those are your 3 options for the L-sit. Next, we're going to get into Superman. Now in the Superman position, you should be able to hold it for a lot longer period. In fact, 30 seconds should be fine. And you're going to get on your stomach, and you're going to bring your chest and thighs off the ground, and you're going to hold right here. If you've got any kind of a shoulder injury and need to put your hands below, that's okay. Just, again, keep those thighs off the ground and keep that chest off the ground. Again, really squeeze your butt, your lower back, pull those shoulders back the entire time. The third exercise is going to be a bicycle crunch. So as you get into this bicycle crunch, you're going to have your hands behind your head, and you're going to bring your knee to that elbow and then switch back and forth. Just make sure you're firing that leg as you go out, so you squeeze that quad and get that quad recruitment that we're looking for as well. And so right here, back and forth, and really get that strong kick every time you're doing these. So again, 1 minute, every minute for 12 minutes, you're going to alternate between a different exercise. So you'll go 30 seconds of L-sit, 30 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of Superman, 30 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of bicycle crunch, 30 seconds of rest, and you'll repeat that 3 more times for a total of 4 rounds over the course of that 12 minutes. Similar style today for the workout we're going to be doing. We're doing some Tabata work today. Now we've got 3 different exercises, and you can do these in any order you need to. So we're going to start, for the purposes of demonstrations, with the double under. So if you've got a jump rope and a space to use it, that's what we're looking for. And whether you've got doubles or singles, this is a good opportunity to really practice doing as many double unders as you can, but keep it consistent. So even if you're doing singles in between, that's okay. And then that double under, that 2 spins of the rope to 1 jump. Now, if you're having trouble getting that double under and you're still not quite there yet, you can do that single, but again, really still get as fast as possible and make sure you're moving for that whole 30 seconds. If you do miss, like I just did there, make sure you get right back on it to keep it going. Having a good jump rope that you know is sized for you is going to be extremely, extremely important in this. This is the one piece of equipment that everybody should have. It's super inexpensive. We've got them here at the gym for you. You can get them on Amazon within a couple of days. Whatever you need, just get your own jump rope. It will make all the difference in the world. Once we do the Tabata work on the double unders, and that Tabata work is going to be 8 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we are going all the way through 1 exercise before we move on to the next. So double unders, 20 on, 10 off for 8 rounds. Go as hard as you can for 20 seconds, knowing that you're going to get that 10-second rest period in there. Once you're done with that, you're going to take a 1-minute rest, and then you're going to go right to air squats, and the same method, 20 on, 10 off for 8 rounds. Go as fast as you can in that 20-second period, knowing that you're going to get that 10-second rest. In that air squat, shoulder width apart, hip crease below parallel, and really get that fast motion. Just keep that good form. What we don't want to see is all of a sudden you get into the air squats and you're letting your chest drop, or you're barely getting down, or anything like that. Really get the best range of motion possible in those air squats every single time. I'd rather see quality over speed in this movement. I'd rather see a slower pace and get full range of motion than going so fast up and down where you're not getting the range of motion we're looking for. The final exercise is going to be a bike, an air bike, for and we're reversing this Tabata. And the reason we're reversing it is to really keep the intensity at a high level during that working period. So what that means is, in the reverse Tabata, you're going to work for 10 seconds and then rest for 20. Same time length for as the other two exercises. We're just reversing the work and the rest. And so on the assault bike, you're going to go as hard and as fast as you can using your arms and your legs for 10 seconds, and then you're going to have a 20-second rest. And it's okay in this one. You know, yes, I know we're scoring this and all that kind of stuff, but when you get to that 20-second rest, if you just want to keep a light, nice, easy pace on the bike, that's okay. And then once we go back to that work period, really hit that intensity and go as hard and as fast as possible for 10 seconds. If you don't have an assault bike at home or a rower or anything like that, we can do this with a high knee. And same thing, reverse it. 10 seconds of intensity, 20 seconds of rest. And how that high knee is going to work is right in here. Really keep that speed going, build that intensity up for 10 seconds, knowing that you're going to get that 20 seconds rest in there. So again, Tabata, 20 on, 10 off for 8 rounds. We're going to do that with the double unders and the air squat. You're going to take 1 minute rest in between each exercise. When we get to that third exercise, we're doing a reverse Tabata.
3, 2, 1, go.